So I spent time chatting with someone the other day, and we were talking about diabetes, sugar. So I'm gonna lead with that. The video is not about that today, but I feel like I could add this in there just to help out. So it states that the indigenous people of New Guinea are believed to be the first culture, civilization, or society to domesticate sugarcane or use sugarcane or consume sugarcane, add it to their diet, which occurred around 8,000 to 10,000 years ago. Then you have the refining of sugar from a sugarcane state or form that first got discovered in India during the first millennia BC. So India was the first nation or society culture to process the sugarcane and turn it into sugar. So the first bridge to be built in Belize, and that was being constructed using steel. The first bridge that was constructed and known to be constructed in Belize was the Grand Belize Bridge, constructed in 1818 from a grant that was granted to the nation of Belize. Well, back then it wasn't known as Belize, but it was from King George III, and it spanned over the Hallover Creek in Belize City. They're doing a great job at doing maintenance and upkeep over there in Santa Elena. Please don't be a litter bug if you come down to the parks or anywhere in the great nation of Belize. Please remember to take your trash with you. Give a hoot, don't pollute. All that stuff falls in the river, gets in the river. It have a negative impact on the life cycle that's happening or taking place inside the rivers or under the water in the river. Let's do our part to preserve our environment, and note that the natural resources can generate income if it's used wisely. There are two species of birds right down there hanging out, enjoying the river and possibly fishing, hunting. They had a team for La Ruta Maya a couple of weeks back. Awesome sauce to see that around town. Nice. So this past Friday, the lowline wooden bridge, or that are known as Earl Haydock, well, there are 7 different names. This past Friday they had the construction crew had a team of guys out with their electronic I guess measuring stick, harvesting and collecting data in preparation for what is about to come. They're following me or I'm following them. I wonder which is it. They have their little office shed already brought in, and their container for, I guess, materials and supplies. So the Roman civilization is known for using arches and keystones technique in bridge building. My apologies. I haven't had my morning juice as yet. For some people it's coffee. I haven't had my juice or tea for breakfast yet. So I took several hours trying to harvest, gather data information on um wooden bridge and when they were first in use, and where, and due to the fact that they are using timber and logs and stuff to build, the information I couldn't come across it. And I'm not a tech savvy kind of guy, so harvesting that kind of information will definitely require a little bit more effort on my part. So there's no actual like traceable evidence to state mm, where and when the first bridge was built, using that idea of like taking materials to get across a body of water. But I did stumble across some information and evidence that kind of hinted or give acknowledgement to Assyria, Mesopotamia, and Egypt, as in Africa, to have been the first society to build bridges to traverse waterways. I mean, mountain area or something that span like the area where the Hawksworth Bridge is currently sitting, like a valley like that. And the evidence have stated that the bridge building can be traced back up to the Babylonian uh, time of dominance, which would be 4000 BC ago. This one was stating that a reservoir was also um, built or constructed that could control the overflow from the Euphrates River. So it's known that timber bridges have been used to span waterways to transport goods or get people from one area to the other area, which is crossing the riverbank, waterways that separate landmass. The Archodonko Bridge in Greece is tagged and branded as one of the oldest known bridge in use to this day. That bridge is still in use to this day. And these are just a list of or a few bridges that are super old. Uh, Desful Bridge, Iran. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that properly. Then you had Pon Fabribus or Fabrius, which is in Italy. We are hanging out today. So Pont Fabrisos in Italy. The Arinji Bridge in China. The Saharan Bridge in Yemen. The Archodonko Bridge in Greece. The Caravan Bridge, Turkey. The Alcantara Bridge in Spain. The Pont de Gard in Italy. So timber is becoming an obsolete item to be used in bridge. So now you have concrete and steel beams that are being used to span or connect an area. So you would have steel beam and concrete together, or you'll just have concrete alone, or you have concrete and steel, where it would be major concrete then steel. But either way, both of them are being used to construct bridges, and they're becoming the dominant fixtures globally. So currently I'm in Cayo district on the Macal River Valley belt on the San Ignacio side of the river bank. That side over there is Santa Elena. San Ignacio and Santa Elena is a twin town in Cayo district in great nation of Belize.